We live in a world of endless boring sequels and reboots. We saw a record number of them in 2016, and it looks like 2017 is going to be more of the same. While there are a lot of movies to get excited for this year, some movies seem destined to be absolutely terrible. Some of them are not sequels, and show at least some originality in their amateurism. Movie Toons presents Top 5 Worst Movies coming out in 2017. 5. Baywatch. The first on our list is Baywatch. While it's true that the first Baywatch series was awesome, it's also true that the quality of the reboot has a huge chance of being dismal. While this movie will probably be terrible, its saving grace will be its strong cult following, as that's almost guaranteed to fill seats at the theater. Whether or not it will be a box office flop depends on its initial reviews, although box office success is not necessarily an indicator of whether or not the movie is good. There are plenty of good awful movies that have been huge box office successes. Baywatch features shots filmed in Miami and was directed by Seth Gordon, starring Zac Efron and The Rock. It's most likely going to be presented as a semi-parody of the original series, which might make it actually somewhat bearable. But if they try to make it too much of a parody, that might turn off some of the die-hard Baywatch fans who love the series. 4. Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. We now move on to a science fiction movie that seems doomed to fail, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. This film is directed by the legendary writer and filmmaker Luc Besson. This is the guy who wrote a screenplay for The Fifth Element. Despite having such a major name attached to it, this film seems unlikely to succeed, both in the box office and in terms of a critical reception. Many people are comparing the film to Jupiter Ascending and pointing out that so-called space operas do not do well in today's day and age. Jupiter Ascending was both a critical and box office flop. Unlike Jupiter Ascending, however, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets already has a huge cult following. 3. Resident Evil, the final chapter. Do we really need another Resident Evil movie? Apparently the answer is yes, because Resident Evil, the final chapter is slated for release on January 27, 2017 in the United States. This will be the 6th Resident Evil movie made. These movies are unique in that the sequels weren't actually much worse than the original 2002 Resident Evil movie, but they were equally as bad. Rotten Tomatoes has consistently given these movies a rating of around 20 to 30%. So it's not like these movies are getting any better, but then again, they're not getting any worse either. Since this entire series already has a history of failing miserably, it's a safe bet that the latest installment will do the same. Even though the movies aren't getting any better, they consistently do amazingly in the box office, as the latest film, Resident Evil Retribution, made over $240 million on a $65 million budget. So though it's probably going to be very mediocre, expect to see millions flocking to see Resident Evil the final chapter when it hits theaters. 2. Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage. That's right people, Xander Cage is back again with Triple X. This will be the third installment of the series. The first movie was actually not bad. It had action, suspense and a lot of thrills. It was by no means a groundbreaking piece of cinema, but it was entertaining. The second film, Triple X State of the Union, was a complete bomb. On a budget of $84 million, it only grossed $71 million, meaning the film actually lost money. Despite the setback, Vin Diesel seems persistent in his goal to bring the franchise back from the dead. Many people say that the second film failed because Vin Diesel himself had to drop out of the film at the last minute. Let's be honest, the whole reason people go to see movies like Triple X is to see Vin Diesel kick ass and take names. So maybe the fact that Vin Diesel is returning for this newest installment will make the difference in the quality of this film. However, they're going to have to do something amazing if they want to shake their already sold reputation due to Triple X State of the Union. 1. 50 Shades Darker. A lot of people are probably jumping for joy at the news of the 50 Shades of Grey sequel. The majority of the population, however, is letting out a long and miserable groan. This is cinema at its worst, but we all knew it was coming. The amount of people that got hyped up for the first movie pretty much guaranteed the fat cats at the movie studios would try to cash in on that success with a sequel. And that's exactly what this film is going to be. A cheap, brainless film that's only purpose is to take your money. Who knows, it might be a good movie, but I have a feeling the majority of people that walk out of the cinema after watching this will feel like they just wasted their money. The original movie, despite its obvious commercial success, over $570 million at the box office, was poorly received by critics. It earned an average rating of 25% on Rotten Tomatoes and a score of 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb. Considering all of this, 50 Shades Darker seems certain to be one of 2017's worst movies. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, press subscribe button for more awesome videos. And for more information, follow us on Facebook and Instagram.